And Transit Travelers came in ninth.
It looks like the HP is taking
And then
something
Team
now.
Voyage gets 1 point for being in 10th.
Oh man, that was a sick clutch. Hey, what's up, soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another video. So I am primarily an Easter egg player. I love doing Easter eggs, and if you're anything like me, chances are we probably have similar taste when it comes to specific Easter egg steps that are just really cool and really fun and just awesome. So today, we're going to be jumping through and taking a look at the best Easter egg steps in Treyarch Zombies history. Now, this list was not only compiled with my opinion, but also some people over on Twitter gave their input. So it's not just completely me. So don't blame me if you disagree, but let me know down below in the comment section your favorite Easter egg step of all time in Treyarch Zombies. And without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Coming in at the number 10 spot is going to be the audio reel step on Mob of the Dead. So after you enter the prisoner numbers 101, 872, 386, and 481, it goes into black and white, and there's audio reels that are as power-ups along the map. And basically what you need to do is collect all of the power-ups, and as you collect each one, it plays a little bit more of the story, eventually leading you to the roof where you fly the plane and then will fight against your team or teammates at the Golden Gate Bridge. Now, this step is really cool because it tells you the entire story of the map. And not only that, but in real life, when you go to Alcatraz, there's an audio tour that you can do. And obviously you're going to be wearing headphones and things like that, telling you stories about Alcatraz. So I thought this made perfect sense, and Treyarch did a great job with this. It's one of my favorite steps. Definitely a great one. Coming in at the number 9 spot is going to be Unleashing the Horde on Origin. So after your teammate presses a button in a robot and you throw a G-Strike on the concrete or cement block that is out of the map, then panzers will spawn once you throw the Maxis drone in that area. Now, I feel like this is just such a cool step because everyone considers panzers to be probably one of the most difficult bosses to kill in Zombies, but the fact that at this point of the Easter egg, you already have all the staffs built, so you can literally just overpower them and you just feel like a complete badass killing all the panzers that spawn. So I think this is definitely a very cool step. And when you're using the fire staff, for example, or the Boomhilda or Mark II or something like that, and you just wreck them, it's just a really good feeling. So that one comes in here at the number 9 spot. Coming in at the number 8 spot is going to be throwing the summoning key on Revelation. So this is definitely a very, very cool step of the Easter egg right before you go into the final boss fight, and going around the map and throwing the summoning key at key things that we have seen in Call of Duty Zombies is just really cool. You throw it at the poster, at the ice grave, which is really cool. You throw it at the thing holding the crystal on Shangri-La, or in the Shangri-La area, the barrel on Noct. It's just so cool, guys. It's one of my absolute favorite things. You have the clock on Drak and also the chandelier in Kino. I feel like this just makes the map feel awesome. The Verrucht fountain as well. It's just one of those things that's really, really cool, and one of my personal favorite steps because it ties everything and all the maps that are on Revelations together at the end, which is just so cool. And running around with the summoning key after being such an important artifact throughout the entire Black Ops 3 storyline, it's just one of those things that really is awesome. So it comes in here at the number 8 spot. Coming in at the number 7 spot is going to be shooting down the plane on Zetsubou No Shima. Now, before this step, you actually have to get the AA bullet, which can take a while, especially if you don't end up getting it after shooting the KT4 and giving or using blue water to water the plant. But if you do end up getting the AA bullet, then you have the opportunity to shoot down the plane with the AA turret. And I think this is just a really cool step. It flies over every like 2 minutes, I think. And when you actually shoot it down, it just sounds awesome. It blows up and a cog goes flying, and you have to find the cog, obviously, to power up the elevator to bring you down to the boss fight area. So this is definitely a very, very cool step. One of my favorites on ZNS in general, and it comes in here at the number 7 spot. Coming in at the number 6 spot is going to be the flag step on Shadows of Evil. So you get the flag in the underground area, and you have to go to each of the 4 different areas on the map and eventually bring them to the ritual area of each of the different characters. Now, while you're doing this, you have to defend the flag from getting broken against the meatballs and also parasites that the Shadow Man can spawn. So you want to shoot him so he doesn't spawn the parasites, but you actually don't have to shoot him at all if you don't want to, but it just makes it a lot easier. Now this step is definitely really cool, and I think Shadows is kind of a hard map, and this is probably one of the hardest steps that you have to experience because it's just throwing a ton of enemies at you, which is really cool. And I think this is one of the best steps in all of Zombies, and it comes in here at the number 6 spot. Coming in at the number 5 spot is going to be filling up the MPD on Moon. Now this is actually one of the coolest things that you can do in all of Zombies, because once you get 25 kills and you hit the switch, Samantha gets revealed, which is really cool, and then you have to get another 100 kills after that to fill up all of the different columns around the MPD. Now this step is just really cool because you're just getting a bunch of kills, and it's basically just a very easy soul box, but at the end of it, Richtofen ends up getting all the perks, and also you get to, everyone gets Perkaholic after that once you blow up the moon. So it's just a really cool Easter egg step, and it feels really empowering. It's super important to the story, and it's just a great overall step. So it comes in here at the number 5 spot. Coming in for another DLC 4 map, we have the escort step on Tag Der Toten. So as you guys know, this one you basically have to go all the way from Golden Pack Punch up to the facility, and you have to stay inside of that red orb area, and if you're not, you're gonna get damaged a lot, and there's a ton of zombies coming at you, and there's 3 different spots where it stops, and you have to get soul kills, which you're kind of doing the entire time. You don't want to walk on the lava, you gotta jump from rock to rock, and overall this step is just really fun and really cool. Now it wasn't as difficult as a boss fight, which I would have loved to see in DLC 4, but it was still kind of a cool unique step that just turns the map different afterwards, and I think that's what makes it so cool. It's definitely awesome when you get into the facility and it starts playing the Easter egg song music, which is awesome, by the way, especially in that final area when you're next to the power switch. It's just so cool, and that's why it comes in here at the number 4 spot. Coming in at the number 3 spot is going to be shooting down Dempsey on Drak. So you have to do the Simon Says computers at the rocket test facility and also next to the clock tower, and once you do that, there's going to be the Tesla ray that's going to have a white aura around it, and then there's a green button that you can press on the death ray, and it's going to call down Dempsey, and he ends up crashing into the clock tower and also down onto the playable area down there in the courtyard, and it just looks so cool. And obviously that's how you get the golden rod, and then you have to do the keeper step, which we're going to be talking about in a second in the honorable mentions. But overall, I think it's a great step, and it looks so cool when he just crashes down and then rolls out next to the shrubs in front of the area. So definitely very cool, and that's why it comes in here at the number 3 spot. Coming in at the number 2 spot is going to be the Hit Your Mark step on Ancient Evil, where you have the 4 different gauntlets that you need to use in order to get through this step. Now this is definitely one of the coolest things because you actually need to pay attention. You have to kill zombies either up in the stands or on the playable area inside of the amphitheater, and your entire team has to work together, which makes it really fun and definitely a very cool step of the Easter egg overall. So that's why it comes in here at the number 2 spot. I don't really need to explain any more because I feel like everyone knows this step, but it's seriously one of the absolute best steps all time when it comes to Call of Duty Zombies, and you can't forget the music either. The music adds so much to this as well. Alright guys, for this video we have 3 honorable mentions. The first one is going to be the defense step when you're getting the mannequin arms and head. So all you have to do is defend the area until the mannequin eventually breaks and drops either its arm or its head. Now this is definitely one of my favorite steps for the Easter egg, and you can actually know exactly where it's going to go once you know. For example, if you're going to be in the back of the yellow house, then it's going to go to the diner. If you're in the back of the greenhouse, it's going to go to the lounge, and you can kind of plan ahead of what's happening. So definitely a very good one. The next honorable mention is going to be the keeper step on Drak, where you have to follow around the keeper on the map and get kills with the bows in the specific different 4 areas around the map. You get panzer spawning, which can be a little bit intense, but overall you're just getting kills with the fire bow or the storm bow or the wolf bow or the void bow. It's definitely a lot of fun. And the last and final honorable mention is going to be filling up the souls in Origins at the end of the Easter egg before you release Maxis. And I feel like this step is just really cool when you get that flash of white and you're like, yes, we're finally done. And then you can release Maxis and he just goes up and the Easter egg ends and plays the first ever Easter egg ending cutscene, which is so cool. Unless you're talking about like Call of the Dead, but that's not really an ending cutscene. It just plays after you're done the map. But overall, very cool. And that one is the other honorable mention. Now it is time for the number 1 spot. Coming in at the number 1 spot is none other than the Sharpshooter step on Buried. This step is so cool because there's 4 different areas around the map that you have to shoot all of the targets for the Easter egg to end. So you have the saloon, you have in front of Jug, you have the candy shop, and you have the mansion or the witch's house. And this step is just really fun to do with a team that actually knows what they're doing. If you don't have players that know what they're doing, it can take upwards of an hour, which is a little bit annoying. But if you're playing with people who know all the locations of the targets, it can be really fun, especially when you do it the first try in a speed run, which I've done in the past. It's just one of those feelings, man. It feels so cool. And then you get all the perks, and it plays the awesome Buried music when you're done. And I use it as an alert over on my Twitch because I just love that music so much. But overall, that is going to be the best step and the coolest step in Treyarch Zombies history. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel for more daily videos every single day at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.